one measurement for a democracy, a true democracy, is the separation of power and the respect of the law. And most of third world countries are living under undemocratic regimes. Again, using an example of what we have seen today, do you believe that actually there is a way of trying to challenge the regime without going to the extreme of a revolution? But we're talking about citizen rights, lawyers, judges, etc. Can they really change that?
Well, I think civil society has become more powerful. I think it's a result of modern technology, particularly the internet. People can communicate with each other, even in oppressive regimes. And I think that's very important. I think through non-governmental organizations, human rights organizations, pressure builds up. And I think it's being felt more and more by leaders that is happening. I mean, why do some countries want to control the internet? Because they fear the democratic effect of giving people a voice. This has really changed the whole of society, and I think for the better, because I think it's democratizing from the ground up, and people are learning what their rights are.
How do you hold people accountable, especially states? I mean, we've seen, for example, the ICC has issued a warrant for President Omar al-Bashir for crimes against humanity. We've seen other countries, like Israel, for example. How do you make them accountable in the end? Somebody will indict them or issue a report, but who's there to enforce it?
Well, you know, one has to be patient. I think people said the same thing when Milosevic or Karadzic were indicted by the Yugoslavia tribunal. There seemed to be no hope of getting them. Milosevic felt safe at home. He thought as long as he stayed home, he was protected. He didn't think that down the road there was going to be a revolution, that he would be put out of power, and that his successor, the late President Djindjic, would send him to The Hague for trial. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen in the Sudan, but I wouldn't be surprised if President al-Bashir in the near future will end up also in The Hague. But in the meantime, he's being marginalized. I don't see how a president today can really function if he can't travel freely, and particularly in Europe and in some African countries and in North America. So I think justice is being felt, but this is very new. I think we have to be patient, and we have to optimistically look at the prospect for the future.
So ultimately you believe that these people, whether individual or state, it's very important to hold them accountable for whatever they did.
Absolutely. It's the only way firstly to bring justice for victims, is to hold people who violate their rights accountable. They're the main customers, or the victims, or the main customers of justice. But also it can act as a deterrent. I think the more leaders realize that they're going to be held accountable, the more they'll think twice before violating the law.
And finally, you have a varied experience of trying in international courts, whether it's war criminals or not. I mean, Rwanda and Yugoslavia, and recently the report you did against Israel and Hamas. Do you feel sometimes that you get attacked personally for either party, that they really don't want the truth to come out, or for whatever reason?
Yeah. Well, you know,
what does it do to you?
If you do this sort of work, you're attacked. People don't like being accused of criminal activity, and the natural reaction is to attack the messenger. And that's what's happened. It happened to me in South Africa during the end of the apartheid era, when I was investigating the causes of violence fomented by the South African police and the security forces. I was attacked by many people, particularly in our white community in South Africa. And I was attacked in the former Yugoslavia, particularly by the Serbs, by nationalist Serbs, who said I was a messenger, I was acting under instructions from the United States. And in Rwanda there were people who attacked me, and now I'm being attacked because of the investigation into the events in Gaza at the beginning of the year.
So it's very important to stay your ground, because ultimately what we wanted to give the message to the people, that is it really the rule of law that ultimately...
That's correct, absolutely. The same rule must apply to everybody.
It doesn't discourage you or dissuade you from doing your job.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Thank you, sir.
That's a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Take care. Okay, respect the time, so...